Okay, welcome everyone. Good evening, and this is our episode 4 of our Microsoft Word sessions. Now, in this session, I'm going to talk about using styles. For the past 3 sessions, we were talking about uh, what you call it, the formattings. So when we talk about the formatting, those are just formattings that you do manually. So this time I'm going to show you how you can actually make use of styles to help your work, and how do you make sure that when you apply the style, what kind of benefit do you get using the styles? Okay, so uh, okay, I just realized I didn't turn on my camera, but I was acting in front of the camera. Kind of weird. I didn't turn it on, but then I was actually showing my gesture, everything in the camera.
It's okay, Kevin. We can feel it through the blank.
Yeah, sometimes you just get into that situation. Huh? Why I didn't see myself in the camera in the screen. Then I said, how come I have not turned on my camera? Anyway, that's good. Right? Anyway, so let's start with what is actually styles. Now I have a file that is already compiled, so I'm just going to talk about it. This particular file using style. So in this Word document, okay, I need to close one of them. Compatibility check. Okay. All right. Now in this document, what happened is if I select the entire document, you will notice that they are not using the normal style. Okay. If I click on this, you notice that uh, some of them are not using the normal style. They are using something called body text. Now that's because I convert them to body text. They are not using the normal. So for any brand new document, let's say I have a brand new document. If I click on the normal cell, whether you like it or not, you are already using the styles in here. So styles actually means a collection of formatting, be it whether it's a character formatting or whether it's a paragraph formatting. It will be gathered as one particular name. For example, normal. Normal is one of them. So normal control the rest of the formatting. If I change my font to Times New Roman, every single styles that is already here will change to Times New Roman. So this is where they say this one is actually the uh, default settings of all the formatting. So that's why they call it the normal. See, this is the normal normal. If I click any cell here, right, it says normal. But when I go to this heading one, I right click and modify it, you will notice that it will say that it is based on normal, which means if normal change, the style called normal change to another font, Arial, then everything will, the heading one will also follow Arial. Just because normal is using Calibri, then heading one will follow Calibri. So that's the reason why I say this is actually controlling the rest. Unless you modify it in each and every heading, then it will follow that modification. If it is a new document, then it will follow the normal. All right. So that is the introduction of it. So it's actually a collection of formatting, whether or not it's a character formatting or a paragraph formatting, it will be collected under one name here. So Microsoft has already given you a lot of different styles available here. Okay, so this is what is given to you. And if you go to the option, you notice that they only use something called recommended. They use recommended. So if you want to see everything, you can change it here to all styles. And all styles, when you hit OK, you notice that this list is really long. It's a very long list of styles that you can apply. So there's no reason for you to recreate. All you need to do is just use one of them and modify closest to what you want and modify it. Okay, so this is the default that you see. If you change this, go to the option here, you change it to all styles, then you will see all the styles, whether you use it or not, it will be listed there. Okay, so that's one. All right, I'm going to close this file. I'm going to go back to my file. Like I said, this file, I have already changed all the normal, the paragraph that uses normal. I already changed it to be body text. Simply, just for the fun of it, I highlight that. Then for each and every title here, it has been already used heading 1. And this is also heading 1. I already applied that. Now, how do we apply it? Now, assuming that I do all this all over again, I select this and I click normal. So this is how normal look like. This is the entire document. So if this document, I want the normal formatting is using Times New Roman, and then it is only left aligned, I can go to normal, right click normal, modify, and I tell them I want to justify. So when I hit OK, left and right will be justified. So if I want the normal to have a paragraph formatting, that means I want to have a paragraph spacing between them. I can right click this, modify. Now, I won't get all the formatting from here. I will not. So I will just go to format paragraph. Now, for those of you who have attended the first few sessions before today, you will notice this is something I showed you guys earlier. So this is called the spacing. Now, how many space do you want to have between the paragraph? So you have before and after. So I want to do after. After each paragraph, I want to have a 12 spacing. Then I hit OK. Okay, again, you notice they space out. I do not need to do any highlighting. This applies to the entire document because I already select all and apply normal. Which means now I don't have to select anything. As long as that paragraph is already done, then that's good. I'm not going to do it one by one myself, right? So for all the title, for example, this title, Why Compose, I would like to decide to use something called heading. So there's a heading 1 here. I click that. I click here this side, this one, I can put heading 1 as well. So I can also choose like this is why compose, then what is a compose bar? I can use this as heading 2. That means my subtitle for heading 1. Okay, so it doesn't matter how it looks like now, you can always change it later by just going to right click and modify. So I'm going to take this as my second level 2. This is going to be my level 2 as well. And I'm going to go down further. This is going to be my level 1. And this is going to be my level 2. This is going to be my level 2 as well. So which I have two main title. I have two main title, and each main title has about 2 to 3 subtitle. Right, 2 to 3 subtitle depending on the data. All right, so I have done this, right, and I realized that I want my title here, this title, to appear differently. I don't want it to look like this. So I don't have to do one by highlighting like what we did in the previous session. Now we highlight, we change. This time we just click anywhere and you see the style is called heading. I just have to right click, modify. Now I'm not going to use Arial. I'm planning to use Century Gothic. And yeah, I don't want bold. I just want Century Gothic, but I want to have a border underneath the paragraph. So I go to the format. Okay, format, then I will go to something called borders. Border, I will put a border underneath. So this is the border size. Okay, so there will be a line underneath each border, and this is this font is called Century Gothic. Now, later that you know, I only apply to this particular Y compose, but if I go down, if I reach another main title, it's going to have the same kind of formatting. Okay, so I only have to do once. If I have 500 pages of data with, content, which all the title use heading 1, I can modify them in just one place. So maybe I realized that, okay, maybe black color is not so good. I want to use light, maybe a darker blue, a dark blue. So I right click this, modify. I just go to the color. I choose a very dark blue. Okay, so it's the dark blue now. So if I go all the way up, it's a dark blue. So I can decide to do that. And if the border, I want it to be red, I just go back to this heading 1. Come down here. Go to the border. I change the color to red. Then I put it here. Okay. Okay again. So the border is red. The border is red. Yeah, you can do that. Any way you want. Okay, so that's one. Any questions so far? Just select that particular title that you have applied heading one and just right click and modify. Are we okay with that? Can, huh?
Okay,
Now
okay.
for this second, for the second header, I can go in and perform the same thing. I want to change this into Century Gothic. So I want to make it 14 point size. You don't need to be so small. So 14 point size, I'm going to use the color which is darker blue. Okay, and that's it. Just click OK. That's how it looks like. Okay, so the line is the main one. The one without the line is actually the subtopic. So things are very easy to work with. Now, what I'm going to do is for the header, header 1 and header 2, I do not want them to follow normal. So I right click this, modify. I say it's based on normal, okay, but I don't want them to base on normal. Say I will just push all the way up and say no style. Based on no style, and then this is also after that thick paragraph, I will also say that it's based after that. Okay, after that is fine. So I'm just going to use normal, but this is based on no style. Okay, I can do that. Right. Okay, so this heading 2, I'm going to do the same as well. Modify based on no style. I'm going to push it up. Right now, by doing that, it is no longer following the 12-point spacing. You notice the gap is closer now. It does not follow the 12 gap. So what I'm going to do is I go to this normal, all this normal paragraph format. Now I'm going to this format paragraph. I want to play with my indentation. So here we have something called the indentation. I'm going to choose the first line indentation. Okay. For the past 2 weeks, we're talking about formatting. So this is the first line indentation. And I don't want it to be such a big gap. I just want it to have 1 centimeter, let's say. Okay, so I click 1 centimeter. Okay, okay. You notice that each paragraph will have indented 1 centimeter. Now, I don't have to do this one by one anymore. It can be done together. Now, the reason why the heading didn't move in, because I'd already discontinued them to follow the normal. If I say style based on normal, the title will also be shifted in. So that is why one of the reasons why I don't want them to follow the normal. These are some of my habit when I actually use the heading 1, heading 2. I don't want them to follow the normal. So anything that the normal change, I don't want to change the header. So if I want this heading to have a spacing, I can do it from here. Okay, after I'll put 12. Yeah, then when I hit OK, there will be a spacing after. That's fine. I can do it later. Right. Same goes to heading 2. I can right click, modify. I want to have some spacing. So I go to the spacing. Then I say okay, 12 spacing. Okay, done. So I can have them space out if I want to. So this is how you can prepare your document. If let's say you want to have a 1 centimeter first line indent, so you do it all together. Even though you may have many pages, you can do all of them together without actually moving to other pages. I am very confident that every other page that I have is going to look the same. It's going to look the same, right? That's how they look like. So I'm not worried that when I changed the formattings up here, the bottom part, it didn't move. I'm not worried about it because at the beginning, I already control A and I choose normal. Okay, so if I feel that this is too far in, I want to do by half. So I go into this one, first line indentation. So instead of 1, I put there 0.6. Let's say 0.6. Okay, okay. So now it's a little bit lesser than that. 0.4 centimeter lesser. It's all about your setting. Okay, so if you feel that you want it to space out, modify. So this is the line spacing. So this is called the single 1.5 spacing. So if you hit, so that's how the 1.5 spacing will look like. Okay, so for those of you who are studying, and you're going for your degree, your master, or whatever that you're going to study, so your lecturer will tell you to leave a 1.5 space or 2 spacing between each line so that they can do some scribble and notes. So this is where you control. So if you don't not sure which one to use, you can go into format, paragraph. So under this line spacing is 1.5. That was what I clicked just now. That is actually 1.5. But your lecturer may say double spacing. Okay, so double spacing, that's how it looks like. It is double spacing. So that's why you end up having like 20, 100 or 120 pages because of the spacing. Okay, so this is how you can work. But if they say use Arial, make sure you use Arial. Okay. So just go to the normal, just use Arial. Make sure you use Arial font, don't use Times New Roman. You might get deducted marks for no reason. Just make sure if they say in the instructions to use Arial font, use Arial. Okay, so now this is not a thesis or whatever. This is just a normal document. So I'm using this as an example. Right? Any questions so far on this one? I guess not, huh? Now, after you apply this, that's where all the magic comes. If you apply the styles properly for each of the title, then there will be a lot of benefit of creating your document now. For example, I click in front of this Y compose. I'm planning to build what we call the table of content. Okay, let's just say your document is done and you are about to publish. So you need your table of content. All you need to do is just click somewhere in front here. There's only 3 clicks required. Okay, the first click is go to the reference. That's your first click. The second click is go to the first button in front here. There's this button called table of content. So you click the drop down, that's your second click, and now you choose either table 2 or table 1. So usually a lot of people use table 2 lah. So you just click that, you have your table of content. So you don't really need to work so hard to prepare this. All you need to do is just apply the styles, then you bring in the table of content. Are we clear?
Clear.
Everybody know about this, huh? Now, when you have the table of content, right, you notice that the spacing between all of them are very, very big, right? So I can go into my styles here. Okay, so if I select this particular header, you notice they are using TOC1. TOC1. So let's go inside the TOC1 and modify. You look, what are they using? Based on normal. The normal have 2 double spacing. That is why you also have double spacing here. So you might want to take this away lah. No style. Okay. So you see, it's closer already. So if you click this, then this is TOC2. TOC2, you do the same. You tell them you don't want to follow the normal. All the way up, no style. And you can use your own font if you want to. So now your table of content is a lot condensed already. Not such big gap anymore. Okay, so this is what you do. Now, as far as the title is content, they are not following Arial. So I highlight this, you will notice it says that TOC heading. Okay, TOC heading, go to modify, you change this one to Arial. So it should look good now. Table content. Right? That's how a document can be created in just what, few minutes. What you should concentrate in your work is the content. Formatting, put that to the last. If you can format as you go, that will be good. But if you can't figure out what to use, which is heading 1, which is heading 2, you can do it much later. You don't even need to bother about it. Okay. So what is good about if you already use the header and footer is when you go to the header, you right click it, there's something called an expand and collapse. You can actually collapse everything. So now you notice that there is nothing to see except down here you have another one. This is also heading one. Why is this also heading? So you click this one. And it's inside here. There's nothing inside here. So I should use normal. It's heading 2. Okay, let me just collapse everything again. Yeah, so this one has nothing inside. See, nothing inside. Hot fields. Expand, you can see the content. Expand, you can see the content. Things like that, lah. So you can see a lot of your content grouped together, or you expand all. So if you expand all the headings, then you will see the content and the heading. Okay, so that is when you already apply your heading 1, heading 2. Okay. Now, my table of content is very, very cool. They come out very fast. But have you seen anyone prepare their table of content and the table of content is actually sharing the same page with the content itself? Seldom, right? Usually they have a standalone page for the table of content, and every title, for example, why compose, we will push it to the next page. So I'm not going to push this manually to the next page, but instead, every single title like why compose and cold, hot or cold, I want them to always start with a new page. Okay, so I will go into my heading 1, modify. So this is where I'm going, format, paragraph. Now, we were talking about the setting here, but now I'm going to do this page break, line and page break. So I'm going to tell them, for this particular heading 1, please insert what we call page break, but before this title. That means before this title, put a page break. That's why it says there page break before. So if I hit OK now, and OK again, you see the Y compose, which is next to the table of content, they disappear. They no longer appear in the same page. They are now in the new page. So if I scroll down, of course, this is still in the same topic. Go in, I have another topic, and go in. That's it, right? No more. Okay, until here, see, no more already. Whenever they start with a new topic, it will start on a new page. Now, why is there an empty page here? So let's take a look. If I turn on the show height, you see there is a page break here. Now, I don't need the page break. I'll delete the page break. So now you see hot or cold is starting on a brand new page. Even though there's a huge area down here, they will not go near because I already give an instruction to insert what? To insert a page break before the heading 1. Therefore, there will be a page break before the heading. But you won't be able to see it now because you are applying it inside the heading. So they don't have that marker to tell you that there is a page header. They don't have. So even if you turn it on, you still cannot see it. Okay, so now my documents are already placed in different pages, right? So, question. Is this table of contents still relevant? The number is no longer relevant now. Why compose is not in the first page anymore? It has been pushed down to the second page. Therefore, you just have to right click, or you can just click inside. In this case, you just update. When you update, you say, I want to update the page number only. In case you have modified the title, the content, and so on, the title, you spell it differently, then you can update the entire table. But now it's just the numbering. So it's 1, 2, 3, 7, 7, 8. When I click OK, it's 2, 3, 4, 8, 8, 9. So it's a different numbering. Okay, so you just have to update from here. That's how it should be created. Are we clear? So table of content. So if I add in more title later and I use heading 1, heading 2, or the same thing, I just come in here, I'll just click update by entire table. Okay, so let's just say I upgrade this title to heading 1. heading 1. So what I have to do here is I just have to click inside here, update. This time not only page number, but entire table. So when I hit OK, you notice that what is a compose file now is a new header already. It's not part of the Y compose, but it's actually a new title. So that's where you can update your page, what do you call it, the table of content easily in that case. So that's how it works. Okay, so that's how it works. How do you like it so far? So that's how that's how Microsoft Word help people to prepare their document. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is this. Remember, we have used heading 1, heading 2 already. So let's just say in this document, after the word basic yard material, I want to have more information. I say, for more information, okay, let me just zoom in a little bit closer. So I tell them, okay, in this paragraph, I say, for more information, please refer to what? Which topic? So I want them to refer to the topic called hot or cold. Inside that hot or cold topic, there is a composting do and don't. So I want them to refer to that particular topic. Now, if I want them to be special, I can put in the open double quote. Then how can I tell them to refer to that? I just go to the reference. So I want them to do a cross reference. So I click this cross reference. So under this cross reference, okay, I have a choice of what I want to use. So here it says then numbered item. No, I don't want to use numbered item. I didn't number any item. So I go to this, I choose heading. Then they give me a list of headings that is available. So I told you I want to see composting do and don't. So I say, please refer to, then I put this, I want them to show this one. Now, I will put here, insert what? Insert the heading text. That means this particular text will be inserted here. Okay? So I click insert. Please refer to composting do and don'ts. So I come here, I close the quotes on page. Now all this on page thing, I have to type myself. Then I go and change this one, insert reference to what? Not the heading text, but the heading page number. I tell them to show a page number, insert. So they tell me it's in page 10. Okay, so if there is any movement of my document, I just have to select all, and I just have to right click anywhere and update the field. Okay, right click anywhere and just update the field. These are all the fields, you see, composting do and those, they're actually the fields. So if you make any changes to the title or the page number has moved to another page 11 also, then you just have to update. So before you even send for printing or you send it out, just select all, then you press F9, you do the entire thing, then it will update it for you. So that is the beauty of using what we call the header. You can use it for cross-referencing as well. You got it? So if you have a lot of this item, right? For example, this one is on page 1, page 1. So I go to other pages, go to this page, okay, and I insert a picture. Insert a picture. So let's just say this guy, because this document is about gardening. Okay, so I put this picture here, gardening, and what I want to do now is I go to this document, I go to reference, and I do something called insert caption. Insert caption. I select the picture, I insert caption. So when I insert caption, they will tell me figure 1, figure 1, figure 1, okay, watering plants, watering plant. I hit OK. So they give me the title here called watering plant. Now they are using the styles called caption. So if I feel that this caption here is a bit too small, I want to make it bigger, Arial. I want to make it 11 point size or 12 point size. I don't want it to be italic. I want it to be blue. Okay, blue is fine. Okay, 12 point size. There you go. So this is my figure one. My figure one. So you can always tell them to look for the figure one, cross-referencing with figure one. So you do all this. If you do a cross-reference now, let's just say from here, okay, see you insert a cross-reference, you will also see that there is something called caption. Figure, not caption, figure. So you got the figure one, you can insert figure 1 point. You see, for more information, refer to figure 1 point something. You can insert the figure. So as long as they are using styles, then there are so many things that you can do really. So you can tell them refer to figure 1 or refer to figure 1. That's it. No need for what lah. Refer to figure 1 watering plant. So the good news is if this is a digital copy, you can put your mouse over, click it, it actually brings you there. So if I go to the top, to the top, this is my table of content. Okay, I can click this and say, oh, I want to go to this topic called how do I make a compost pile? Just control click, will bring you there. Hyperlink, it's automatic hyperlink. So do you see all the benefit of using styles in your document? Interesting, right? Somebody's typing in the chat. Okay, good one, Rick. All of you have styles, huh? Always have styles. All right, so this is applying is one thing, and making use of it, the benefit of using the styles will be a lot. Okay, they can have a lot of different things. Now, what I'm going to do next year, I already told you how to create the caption. Okay, how to create a caption. Now, assuming you have read a lot of books and you write up based on what you have learned from the book, you can insert something called source, your citation or your bibliography. So you can go in and manage the source. So these are the source, but now empty. I don't have any source that I have. So I can go to citation. I say it's a new source. I can put in it's a book lah, it's a book section lah, it's an article. You can do all that. So you just have to fill this in. Whether you use it or not, is different. Whatever book that you have read, you can put it inside the citation here. Later, whether you are going to insert it into your article or your documentation, it's a different story, whether you want it or not. Okay, so you can put all this. Now, after you have clicked all this, then from the manage source here, manage source, when you close it, these are all the lists that you have written just now. It's in the current list. So when you close it, it will reappear inside your citation list. Right? So you already chosen it. Then you just come here and choose bibliography. Or you want the reference. You want to use it like a reference. So normally they are at the last page. Okay, normally they appear at the last page. Okay, now let me just go to the last page. Okay, maybe I don't want to put it there. I want to put it here. Okay, I'll put it here. I go to insert reference. So they will have the reference, but I don't have any source. So this reference appear automatically. Then all those sources that which book you have read, what year, everything will be insert here. So let me try to add one lah. Add one. So the author is Kelvin Ng. Okay, just saja lah. It's a corporate author. Okay. Then title is Microsoft Office Warcraft. Suddenly just thought of the word. Now it's in the year 2021. Started writing it in the city of Puchong. That's from publisher is Noel Enterprise. Enterprise. So this is the item that I'm using. Okay, so then I click OK. So now you notice they come out already. I didn't put the title. It came out already. This one I did it now. Come out already. Microsoft Warcraft Kuchung or Enterprise. So they actually remember and you can do it. So in the source, if you don't include this, you remove. When you try to add it into the list, you don't have one, right? So you can click this one and you can delete. So current list is you can have many, but if you don't put inside the list, then it will not be published inside your reference. Okay, so just to let you know lah. So if I update this, you see no more because I remove it already just now. So I click this one, I make a copy over. Okay, then when I right click and update, it will come back. So if I have many titles, then I can have all the references here. So again, this is where the referencing tool comes in, how you actually build that. Okay. Now, another item that normally a lot of people do when they write books. Okay, Noel, have you been writing any books?
Books? No.
Have you written any books?
Nope.
Maybe you should start. You should start writing
Really?
one.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if you start writing any books, what happened is that at the back of the book, usually they have the glossary of terms. And the glossary of terms starts with A, then B, then C, then D. Those are the important topics, right? Those are the important topics in that book. So if anyone cannot find that information from the book title, from the table of content, right, from the synopsis, they can't find any of those things. They can go into what we call the glossary of terms, and the glossary of terms can have alphabetical order item. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to build an index table for that. Okay, so I'm going to call this one as glossary of terms. Why so big? So I will use the style or body text for this. Body text. So this body text, I will not use this. I'll use left. Okay, like this. And I don't want this to follow normal. Also boycott normal. So glossary of terms. Actually, I can just click heading 1 or heading 2, but never mind. I don't want that. Okay, come down here. Now I'm going to start by telling them. Okay, so yeah, followed by body text. Okay, cool. Down here, body text. I'm going to insert what we call the terms that I'm going to use inside the index. So I'm going to start from the first page. I will start from the first page. Now, any words that I want to mark as my index table, I will highlight them. Let's just say organic. I want the word organic. So I can go to the reference, then I'll mark entry. Mark entry. So when I mark entry, they give me these dialogues. The word is organic, and you're going to mark all the word that has the word organic, or you just want to mark this particular uh, occurrence. This is one occurrence. If you just click mark, it's only for this organic. But if you click mark all, it will be for all those that has the word organic. So if you scroll down, you will notice that if the organic word appear again, no, I think I chose a word that didn't appear again. Okay, not so good word. So let's find another word. Let's go up again. Okay, let's choose something called compose. Compose. Wait, let me close this one first. This one, mark entry. So compose, I click mark all. So this is the mark all. See, compose is again. Then if I go to any other pages that have compose, they will mark it as well. Compose, mark it as well. See, they mark it. Now there is a keyboard shortcut for this particular index here, insert index, mark index. So I'm going to do for all category lah. So cockle is C. Compose already got C. So anyway, now it's called Shift Alternate X. I can get this one. The keyboard shortcut for this lah. Shift Alternate X. So I mark all, I close. So boy, big boy, Shift Alternate X. That's for B. Now I'm actually looking for words based on their alphabetical order lah. So vegetable, mark it again, mark all. I'll mark as many words as possible. Bell of Island, mark all. Those I'm looking for A. Apple, yes. A for apple, mark all. Then B, I already have B. I have C, I have D. Let's look for D. D, 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 D. Okay, there's no D, but I saw E. I'm going to highlight this. Mark all. D, 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 D. I see F. Okay, I'm going to map F. There D anywhere? There's no D. Astonish A. Quickly. Or leave. Kitchen. Okay. Now, I'm not doing a good job, I know, but bear with me. Cutting grass, leaves, peels, recycling, R, recycling, shift alternate X. Let's see if I can find some D. Okay, grown. Material. Materials. Ocean. Eggshells. Harvest. Nitrogen. Definitely, yes, D. I don't care what is so important about it. All right, so this is enough of example already. Now, if I go all the way down now, right, where I want to put my glossary of term over here, is my glossary of term. Right, so all I need to do is just click index, insert index. Right, so that's how they're going to look like. I'm going to change this to classic. Okay, maybe I choose modern. Modern is like that. How's classic? Classic with ABC. Now I only want to have one single column, and I want the number to be right aligned. Right aligned. So if I click OK now, okay, the leader is a dash line. The dot line. Okay, so I click OK. So they will follow ABC for me. So A, I got Apple and Astonish. B, I got Bell of Island and Big Boy. Cockles and this one definitely. I got eggshells and ecology. Got facility, grown, harvest, kitchen. See, they go by alphabetical order. So if you write a very big, thick book, there are certain terms that you feel is so important that people will look up to. Put it into your glossary of terms. So if I turn off this show height, then it will look really nice. So how many pages actually have the word material? We have 2, 4, 6, and 9. You can go to whichever page that you are looking for. Okay, so those appear in multiple pages. Vegetable appear in page 2, page 4, and page 6. So I don't have the W, X, Y until V only. You guys understand what I'm trying to do here? So this is what we call the glossary of terms. If you want, you can put this as heading 1. Here's my heading 1. Okay, heading 1. Okay, my heading 1 is missing out here. So now it will start on a new page, which means I need to go all the way up, right click this, update field, entire page, entire table. Then I will have the glossary of terms. So the glossary of terms is before the composting. There are some updates already. I got the reference as well. I got the glossary of terms. So the composting should be on top lah, but just now I don't want to put it at the bottom. So I put somewhere in between. So you just have to right click, update. You tell them to update the entire table. Then you're ready to print your document or convert to PDF, whatever you want to do with it. Pretty clear? So to finish up this document, I need a cover page. So I go to Insert Cover Page. There's a cover page. So I just insert a cover page. How I want my cover page to look like, it depends on me lah. So I click this one. This is my cover page. So insert a page break. Did I turn on this guy? I like this one. So this one, my garden. So the name of this document is called My Garden. It's for year 2022. Just make some changes. Okay. All you need to know about gardening. Okay. So this one we put in here with glue. So company name, what is the company name? So you put in all this information, then it will be your cover page. Okay, so if I this is my cover page, table of content, followed by the content. Let me show 3 pages here. This is how the document looks like. Okay, now questions, anyone? If I don't want to have such a big space, I think I can make it small. It's called index 1. They are following normal. That's why it's like so irritating to follow normal. Oh, less pages already, not so big already. So what about all this title? These are index heading. Again, they are following normal. So I'm going to tell them don't follow the normal. Okay, now it's lesser pages. But now they are close, they are smaller, not so big. So now I have to go all the way up. Right click, just update the page numbering. So my glossary of term is not so many pages anymore. Okay, I open to the floor. Do you have any questions that you want to ask about this week topic?
Anybody have questions when I ask?
So will you do write a lot?
I don't. I'm studying some course, so I require to submit essay and small thesis. So I
This will be useful.
do need to use citation, bibliography kind of things.
Yeah, because you need to read a lot before you can write, right?
Yeah. Anybody have?
So that will be useful, right? The citation part.
Yeah, at first somebody recommended third party. I didn't know about this. I use the third party app, Ztoro or something.
This is one of the famous one lah.
Yeah.
The one that Microsoft has is not so famous. In Malaysia, we use the APA style. In Malaysia, most of the university they use APA style, but depending on which country you are from, you can use different styles. Which the paper come from which country lah?
My one is from Australia, so.
You find out whether maybe it's MLA or not. Lah.
Oh, okay. Anybody have? If not, no question?
Yeah, if not, then there's nothing. So next week we will talk about collaboration. How Microsoft Office can collaborate with some of the other features. The collaboration of some features.
Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, everyone. If there's no more last questions, then we'll end today. Thank you, Kelvin, for spending time. Here is the feedback forms for you all to fill in, if any.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good weekend and holiday tomorrow. Happy Merdeka.
Yeah, Merdeka.
Merdeka. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, you want to stop the recording? Oops, it's gone. I think I can